I do not know in which strange far-off earth they buried you, nor what harsh northern winds blow through the stubble, the dry, hard stubble above your grave. And did you think of me, that frost-blue December morning? Snow heavy and bitter as you walk naked and shivering under the leaden sky, in that last moment when you knew it was the end of nothing, in the beginning of nothing. Did you think of me? Oh, I remember you, my dearest, your pale hand spread in the ancient blessing, your eyes bright and shining above the candles, intoning the blessing, blessed be the Lord. And therein lies the agony and the horror that after all there was no martyrdom, but only futility. The futility of dying, the end of nothing, and the beginning of nothing. I weep red tears of blood, your blood. Coming into a new country, you not only learn of its culture, language, and the people, but you're also exposed to the country's history. Being surrounded by a different culture was a beautiful thing to experience. But with most countries' history come moments of darkness from the past. The history that the city of Berlin, Germany holds is uniquely dark. The time in history that we pay particular attention to is the period of the Holocaust. During this time, the Jews of Europe were discriminatively targeted and suffered miserably through harsh and unjust government persecution under Adolf Hitler, ultimately leading to the systemized mass genocide of 6 million Jews and the destruction of 5,000 Jewish communities by the end of World War II. We look to this time period to understand how something as terrible as the Holocaust could have happened. How? Why? But more importantly, how do we move forward without forgetting what has transpired? How do we solidify the vast importance of such a time period? After visiting the many amazing memorials dedicated to the Holocaust, the answers to these questions become a little clearer. Having already the desire to learn more about the Holocaust, traveling to Berlin, Germany was sort of like an enlightenment. A new perspective I've gained from experiencing this trip came from the first-hand glimpse into the conditions that Jews were subjected to, such as visiting the train tracks and especially the cold weather, while also seeing the undesirable living conditions. Just being able to see where these Jews once lived, once walked, once shopped, a park or school Jewish kids once played in, it was chilling to just be where these people once were. The only difference is, I was aware in the sense that I knew what happened to the Jews. And just knowing that really made me gather new perspective on the Holocaust. The most important insight I gathered was more depth in the history of the Jews before Hitler's time, like the history of Jews since Judaism was created and how some religious groups disliked the Jews from the very beginning for various reasons. Some religious groups even believe that Jews sacrificed Catholic babies for their blood, and early signs of propaganda against the Jews began to surface. Seeing how casually life can go on after horrific terrors of events happen either shows the strength of humans or their ability to forget. Or maybe it's just in our nature to move on because that is the nature of life and we are a part of life. Change constantly happens, and with change, humans adapt just to make it. But events such as the Holocaust or genocide generally are nothing you can really change or forget. It's something that needs to be memorialized so that it can be frozen in time, so to speak. So that even though those people who lived during this era pass on through time and space, the people who suffered unjustly during it would not be forgotten. My experiences in Germany reinforced the need and want to keep the memories of the Holocaust alive and well through the ages. I really can relate to the Holocaust from the humanistic side of things. I have an immeasurable amount of sympathy for those who had to go through such a horrible fate. And with that, I hope a different